tell you something, fellas. We're hitting it right at this Goodwill. Man, we'll go over it later, though. I told you I'm a hoarder of art and many things, but everything is connected in my collections. I know I'm not supposed to be investing in art, but I'm waiting for this dude right here to unload something out of his cart, out of one of his bins. I don't know if you put it over there by the art section yet or not. The picture section. I don't know. It looks like a Matisse. But it's probably not. It looks like some kind of study or something. Some kind of charcoal done. I need to take a look at it. I saw one in the bins. We'll go over this stuff later. I'm not even done yet. What other kind of treasures do they have in this place? And any others? This is it right here. He just put this thing out. Hold on. It's probably nothing. I just got a glimpse of it in this little cart. Dang, it's seen better days. Yeah, it's just a redo. Man, dang. It's just a reproduction. Pop-up Picasso. I don't exactly know what happened today. I don't have no clue. I wasn't really desiring to go out to some Goodwills, not at all. It rained cats and dogs all night last night, thunderstorms like crazy, giving nourishment to the lands out here. Thank the Lord for that. Kind of kept me awake though, with all the booming in the sky. But look at the day though. I mean, I went to the first Goodwill because of the resulting forecast. But look at it now. And it's like 1:35 right now too. I guess they're trying to show me something, but think about this though. Think about this. I didn't really plan to go out this weekend. I didn't, because I knew it was going to be raining all weekend. And they say it's supposed to be an 80% chance of scattered thunderstorms all over the metro area starting at 3 o'clock, which is like 2 hours from now. An hour and a half, basically. But here I am, going 28 miles an hour trying to get to the next Goodwill. You know exactly where we are. How else are we supposed to get to the next one? Half these vehicles up here are going to be taking a right-hand turn on Drew Valley. Going to have to get around these things. That's where I need to be making a turn though. Drew Valley? That's a good idea. I've never taken Drew Valley before to get to that Goodwill. I guess I'll be one of the vehicles making a turn. I told you everybody's going to be making a right-hand turn on Drew Valley. No, it's Briarwood. Am I going the right way or the wrong way? Don't tell me I took a wrong turn. I never go this way. I always go down Northwood Hills and hang a road. Already have like 5 of them. something I haven't done in like 35 years. Remember a long time ago when this used to be a movie theater? It's a movie theater now, but it was vacant for the longest time. But my mom used to take us here all the time. Back in like the very early 90s, up until like 93, 94. And I'll never forget the view of the skyline of ATL from this hill right here. Watching all those buildings being constructed over time. SunTrust headquarters, which is now Truist. SunTrust building, you know that. Bank of America Plaza. I think I might be making a big mistake. It's going to be a challenge trying to get to the ones in Sandy Springs. It might take till 5:30 to get there, and it's only 2 o'clock. Wonder where the rain is. Look at that skyline. God, I love the city. Wish I can get down there more often, though. It's too dangerous. When they hit that button, you gotta wait like a minute and a half. Welcome to Northwood Hills Road. What the heck? See, they got, oh no. Heck no, they got the intersection blocked. This is where I need to make the turn. Of course, one of those Chevys. It's either that or the Dodge Charger. What it's like to be 23 and own one of these things right here. Makes me feel like I'm driving Miss Daisy. A little bit on the fast side, though. Welcome to Sandy Springs. Just wait until you see this scene right here with the clouds and everything else. Sunshine. One of my favorite views coming through here. Well, the trees have grown up quite a bit. That's okay though. We'll let them grow. It's going to be crowded in this one. And it begins in the parking lot. Let's pray I can find a parking space. Something else to look for, look deeper into. I would say so. Not a dang thing in here. Nothing like I'm going to recover or anything like that. Just down the road from the next one. We'll see how long it's going to take for us to get there. Looks like I'm grabbing this. Man, look at this traffic jam we got going on up in here. Oh, welcome to Sandy Springs. Gotta be careful, got some precious cargo in the back with that big mirror. The map. World map. Treasure. Finally starting to rain on schedule. 3:30. One more Goodwill to make it to. 12 miles up the road. What a perfect day indeed. Never imagined this stuff would have been gone if I didn't come. Gotta hit it just right. Every single time. And we hit it right again today. One left to go. Who knows what's going to be in that one? Might be surprised. And there she is. There they come right there. Coming to the rescue. Look at those dark clouds up there. How beautiful. I mean, look at the white clouds above it. painting in heaven. Last 3 times in this one, I found nothing at all. Man, dang. Down to the last drop. Just a reproduction. Perfect for the bathroom though at $2.09. Perfect timing is right. Just left out of the last one. What you know about that? And it's coming hardcore too. We're about to get hit hard. Thank you, Lord, for the rain. And thank you for the perfect day. Exactly what we need. Perfect. See you back at the Da Vinci pad to go over what we've recovered today. Another perfect day when it came to the hunting at Goodwill for the treasure. All of this is exactly what we were meant to recover. Dang. How scary it keeps getting. And it's almost like it keeps getting even scarier. Wonder where they are. Huh. Let's look at our first recovery for the day. Not the first technical recovery, but the first one I'm putting my hands on at the moment. But check out the masterpiece. We just had a lot of thunderstorms roll through. Looks like it's a windy winter one in this one. Hand done, most likely. Can't tell until I get it out of the plastic wrap. Why would you donate this to Goodwill? I don't get people, though. You should always love art. And this is definitely good art. And I told you many times in my videos, I know good art when I see it. And I'm definitely seeing it. There's a number 5 right there. Check that out. We'll get to that in a minute. Uh-oh. I'm seeing it now. You don't know what you draw when you draw nature, though. Because when you draw what you see, when it comes to nature, you will eventually see. If you know how to see. Huh. Dang. Even a hand sun with a graphite pencil. Different. Yeah, I know I'm definitely different. Da Vinci's always been a different man. A different kind of human. But I'm different today. How much do we pay for this masterpiece? $7.09. I know you're going to say, Da Vinci, why don't you get back into your thing? Do you really want to know the truth? Do you really want to know the truth why I'm procrastinating on my, art? My two-dimensional art when it comes to drawing and painting. Pastels, whatever. Watercolor. Why? Well, number 1, it's going to take me a minute to get back into it. Number 2, it's because I'm afraid of what I can create. That's the main reason. Because I know what happens when I start to do it. I get that tingle. I get that feeling. And I never want it to leave. I don't want to spend 30 minutes on one piece. There's too much in this one, though. I see 3 faces looking back. And in number 5. Check that thing out. Definitely a day for the signs indeed. Where's the first face that I saw? But like I told you, you don't know what you draw until you draw nature. Eventually, the truth will be shown. If you choose to see it, there's one. If it'll even focus, right in the center. How am I going to do this? Hold on. I don't want to show my reflection. Get that zoom in right. There's one right there. I don't have a laser. Let me see if I can find my... There's the left cheek, chin. Pay attention to my fingernail. There's their mouth. There's their nose above it, outlined by the darkness with the light, the void, and the trees. There's their left eye looking back. Not much of a right eye because they blend in with nature. There's an eye right there looking back. Right there. See? There's an eye. I know you're screaming. How does he see that? Because it's a gift. You can always see both sides. And also be a part of it. Look at that ghost face. Let's not call them ghosts. This is a drawing. It's already been up to 5 minutes, guys. I'm so sorry. Dang. All right. Contrast of light and dark. You see the forehead right there, outlined by the light. There's the bridge of the nose between the eyes, right there. There's their left eye. You can barely see it. Well, the center portion of it, not the center of the eye, but towards the inside, towards the nose. There's their right cheek. There's their right eye. Looking back. It's almost like they have a little bit of hair up here. The darkness outlines the hair. The number 5. Man, you guys crazy with this. I thought I saw like 4 more. Optical illusions. Nature and life itself is the best optical illusion. Where's that other one that caught my eye? Is that it? Another eye looking back. Thought I saw a really good one up in here. No, I thought that was one, but who knows? Let's keep going. Let's keep going. What a perfect game indeed. Got a good deal on that. Now it's priceless because there's faces inside of it. Somebody's hand drawing. But like I told you, what a scary day indeed when it came to looking for the treasure. Maps to treasure. For real though, how much do we pay for these things? Hold on. I'm dropping them. Trying to protect my reflection. $5.09. Still wrapped up in plastic. I know they're fake, they're just reproductions. Hardcore reproductions. It's kind of things you used to get at Underground when Underground was open back in the 80s and 90s. Used to look for these things all the time when I went down there when I was like 12 years old. Yeah. Well, back when it was like, they sold Atlanta, stuff like this. Always looking for the maps. Because I was always looking for the treasure. Man. I know, just a reproduction, probably reprinted back in 1987 or something like that. Cool enough for frame. Got 2 different dates, 1903 and 1645. Wish it was 1645. Yeah, dang. This one too. This one's even got matting on it. Ready to go for the frame. You can tell these came straight from a store. Maps to treasure. But what kind of treasure are they talking about? No, it's just a sales gimmick. Sales pitch. Bridgewater. Massachusetts. 1879, reproduction. But is it a reproduction? Is it? Because I have an old school Atlanta map from 1929, 1930 that looks exactly like this. Same kind of paper, same colors. But it came straight out of a book with an ad on the other side, which tells me it's authentic because of the flip side of things. Yeah, just a reproduction. Google that thing. I even opened up the back. I did. I was curious to find out what was on the back side. I thought this thing was the real deal Holyfield in the beginning, because I had such a perfect frame. Silver and gold. Even the matting of choice was very artistic, kind of like the scrapbook kind of stuff. Yeah. Turns out it's just one of those cards, probably only worth about 50 cents. So we lost money on this one. Spent $209. That's probably how much the glass is worth. Because these days, you know what? Oops, it's plastic. So it's not even worth that. But it looks nice. It looks good. Ready for the bathroom. The beach house. Yeah, that's all this thing is, man. I just opened this thing up earlier. All it is a card. And they tape the crap out of it on the backside. Art card series. So it's not even really authentic by any means. Just like a lot of stuff that we find when it comes to our Goodwill hunt. Excuse me. Thank the Lord for the rain. Rained harder than you know what out there. Video's getting long. Better hurry up and go. I just thought you might want to investigate some of the things we found today. This is just a reproduction too. There's like 6 of these on eBay at the moment for between $5 and $25. I thought this thing was legit, but still it is. Came straight from the store. Certificate of authenticity. If it is, then my question is, if it's authentic, then why are there 5 more or a multiple on eBay alone? Maybe I have the real one. I don't know. But like I told you, I know good art when I see it. I mean, look at how they did the lines, though. If you Googled this lady's name, it'll make you cry when you saw her art. Hard to beat. Talk about Da Vinci style. I mean, look at the soft lines of the graphite pencil, maybe even a crayon. But you got to think about the materials that they used, that she used, and the tones and the colors. I mean, look at the salmon color, how it blends quite nicely. Just one single stroke mixing 2 different colors goes a long way. Every line and stroke made by the hand, created by the mind, the desire to do so, to make something. Common sense. Yeah, but a lot of things I think about when it comes to art, especially when you're working with the hands, you got to think about how materials combine, how they react with one another. How they dance with one another. Different kind of recovery in this. Wonder why they only cropped out this one part of the picture. But check this thing out right here. This little tiny thing was going for $50. Wherever it came from. Look at that. They even took the time and effort to invest in some metallic stickers. $50. And we purchased it for $2.09. Almost afraid to open it up. They even got the UV protection on it. That expensive type of plexiglass you buy at Home Depot is like $90 a sheet. Gotta be significant though, if it's got that type of plexiglass on it. You can tell, look how ashy it is. Frosted at an angle. No reflection. Can't even read the signature. Anna Checkers? Chester? Yeah, it's not going to focus. Dang. Wander's Hotel, I think is what it says. That might be an authentic drawing right here. Pencil drawing with some color. They were trying to sell that thing for $50. Look how tiny this thing is. I'm afraid to open it up and find out it's a reproduction card from 1993. And they were charging $50 for the frame. Great day for art indeed. Don't know what I'm going to do with it unless I had my big pad back. Cover up all the walls. Dang. Nothing but good signs. Exactly what we were meant to recover. Just like this. It's exactly what it is. Meant to be recovered. Because we made it out there on a weekend day in a very crowded Goodwill. And this thing was still sitting there. Mint condition. I haven't Googled the answer. Guess how much this retails for? $300 to $395. That's how much it retails for. And we got it for $29.99. Talk about meant to be. Solid glass, not even busted. Wonder if there's a code inside of it. And why do they choose to make the water look like land? That's what gets me. I know you're going to say it's because of the production process. But why do they make the water look like the land? And the land look like the water? The land is now reflective. And the water's opaque. It's backwards. Cool. Last two things right here. Something about that symbol. Still don't know what it is though. Top part plaster. Bottom part metal. How odd. It's like the metal is glued onto the plaster. Someone had Christmas decorations in it. I don't know what I'm going to put inside of it, though. What am I going to put in here? Airheads? If only my airhead collection was that large, right? What a great find indeed. What is it about this symbol, though? Hope you liked today, though. What a perfect day indeed. Colors of the lady and nature. If only they could have made this the shape of the all-seeing eye. But that's close enough. Very perfect indeed. First thing I laid my hands on. First thing I bought, paid for. And it's perfect nonetheless. At least this is intact. Got big plans for this. Beautiful. See you later.